Hello and welcome everyone. I am Dipal Shah, your medical intuitive and mind reprogramming expert, and I am so glad that you are here today with me live. We are going to be talking about breaking free from the shackles of codependency. And I want you to share with me right now where you're tuning in from, and I can't wait to connect with you. I see Ginny is already here. I am going to also be going on my Dipal's Quantum Body Awakening private Facebook group. I do go live there as well as on YouTube. So if you don't always catch me here, there's two other places that you can actually catch me, okay? If you're not part of Dipal's Quantum Body Awakening private group, go ahead and tune in. Okay, that's where you're going to get magical healings over there. Every single day, there's something going on. Hello, Troy. How are you? So wonderful to see you. I know some of you are my regulars, and I really do appreciate that. So I hope you guys are learning some wonderful stuff as we go through our time together. And today we are going to be discussing a very important topic because it has come up quite a bit for many people. And it's, your empathic nature, right? Let's talk about that really quick because you have this heightened sensitivity and you can recognize other people's emotions. You feel other people's energies, but you often feel so compassionate and you are so caring and so understanding that then these don't become your strengths, but rather become your burden because there is a part of you that can get stuck in a codependent relationship. And we're going to talk more about this today because it is so important to get out of this. And I'm going to share with you one secret in how to get out of codependent relationships, okay? So let's go. All right, welcome back. You might hear my dog barking. She's always thinking that somebody is knocking on the door or trying to get in our house. So please do excuse the extra noise that you might hear. But I do want to welcome all of you here. Please do say hello if you are joining me live. I love to see you guys, as well as on my private Facebook group, Dipal's Quantum Body Awakening, or if you are tuning in on YouTube, welcome. All right, so we're talking about codependent relationships, and let me just tap in here. And how many of you feel that you are stuck in a certain type of relationship that's bringing you down, that's exhausting you, where you're not prioritizing yourself? Because as an empath, yeah, you might tend to prioritize other people's well-being versus yours. I know you have a strong desire to help others, but it's not helping what's happening in your body. It's creating maybe more stress. And I know some of you are caregivers, and that can be very depleting, especially if your mom, your dad, your loved one is very sick and they depend only on you. I have been there at least twice in my life. And it's not a great time because you forget about everyone else, everything else, and you're only focusing on that other person, making sure that they survive. But this creates this unhealthy dynamic where you are really just relying on these emotions that are coming up, and you forget your self-worth, you forget your sense of purpose. And I know each and every one of us has this purpose to help others, but we give and give and give. And then what happens is that we even attract some of this in our relationship, where it becomes so unhealthy because we just give and give and give. I know one of my clients who was giving so much of herself that her husband couldn't do anything for himself. He couldn't wash his own plate. He doesn't get his own dinner. She serves him. He doesn't even take his own medicine. She has to make sure he takes his medication. That's how dependent he has become. But has she attracted that kind of relationship? Okay, so I know a lot of times we need some kind of emotional validation. It makes us feel good when we can help other people and be there for them. But there's also a part of us that we tend to forget that we can't always fix other people and their problems. And we start to absorb and internalize the emotions, especially when it's our partner and when there are certain patterns and cycles that we keep recreating, right? We have this beautiful, genuine desire to help and support others, and that's wonderful. I love it. I'm all for it. But there are individuals who are very needy. They are manipulative. They are controlling. Does anybody know anybody like that? Anybody know anyone like that? Because you can only do so much and you can only deplete yourself. It's almost like an empathic burnout. Okay, when that happens, you are going to have empathic burnout. Okay, where you are depleted of energy and you are feeling exhausted, you are feeling fatigued, you are feeling emotionally like you can't give anymore. Okay, so don't let this be a cycle, because when it becomes a cycle, this is when sometimes you might feel like, okay, I can't get out of it. I'm stuck, right? And you don't want to hurt or disappoint anyone. I get it. And that might be your biggest struggle, that, hey, what if I disappoint somebody? What if I hurt their feelings? I mean, that's a huge struggle, right? Trying to find that balance between that natural inclination to care for the other person, but also your own self-care by creating certain boundaries and not feeling so guilty or having that fear of hurting or disappointing somebody else. Of course, we learn all of this through childhood, right? Whether we've seen it in our own families or whether we have experienced it ourselves. So don't let emotional exhaustion and burnout become something that you deal with, and make sure to replenish your own emotional resources, okay? So that you can give more of yourself if that's something that you want to do. Now, the secret, right? The secret to really transforming your life and really taking it to another level and not allowing your beliefs and codependencies to become you, right? There is a secret, and it's definitely that self-awareness. That self-awareness is really going to help you create the boundaries that you need and learn how to separate the emotions of others. When you could be more aware of, am I giving too much? Am I doing too much? Am I depleted? A lot of times we forget to ask our body. We forget to be intuitive or in tune with ourselves. And so I want to really teach you how to do that. But I want to help you heal and move away from these old habits that we tend to get ourselves into. So I definitely want you to, if you would like a healing, make sure you do put what you would like to heal today. Okay? And let me know what's going on, because this is a very, very crucial topic because I want you to have that responsibility, especially that strong sense of responsibility that you always feel. I want you to have that. I don't want you to lose your desire to help others. I don't want you to lose that connection. But I do want you to be self-aware and make sure to take a step back when necessary, and make sure that you seek out the support that you need. If you have an energy healer, then use them, right? If you don't have an energy healer, I have a whole list of them. Just go to my website, anandaforlife.com, and you can go to the schedule a session page, and you'll find many healers that are willing to help you today to heal that sense of codependency, to heal your health issues, to help you break through where you feel stuck and find movement in your life, because it's time to really find and recognize how can we get out of the old rut that we have always been in, recognize that there is a problem and that you are struggling, and let's solve this together, because I want to help you nourish your soul. I want to help you become more intuitive each and every day so that you know what your body needs, and break you from that rigid energy of codependency, because it can feel like it's strangling. It can feel like it's holding you back from really succeeding or moving forward. Because I know many of you might still be working, and you might have a career, you might have young children, but yet you are emotionally drained and exhausted because you have a hard time creating certain boundaries. So I'm very excited for you to be here. And, I want to let you know that it's time to stop sacrificing, because that is definitely an old belief that we have to sacrifice ourselves in order to help others. And that definitely needs to stop, because I've seen so many people get sicker and sicker because we have made that contract of sacrificing our own bodies for the health of others, for the suffering of others. And I know you as a healer, because each and every one of you is not only an empath, but you are a healer. And as a healer, we give and give and give. I remember when I first started healings, I gave so much of myself. I gave hours and hours to healing. I remember when my students would start learning to do what I do through quantum body awakening. And I remember this one student, and she's like, yeah, I spent 5 hours healing somebody. I'm like, how did you have that much energy, that much stamina to even do a 5-hour healing? That is a lot. That is way too much. So if you are doing 5-hour healings, please do not do that. You know what? Here's the other thing. Sometimes, here's what I realize. Sometimes people think they need to meditate for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and maybe longer. But guys, you don't need to meditate that long. That can also deplete your energy. Okay? That can also create burnout. The most I want you to meditate is 20 to 30 minutes, and that's it. Try it. If you are meditating for longer, how many of you meditate for longer than that? How many of you meditate for an hour? Just put it in the comments. Does anybody here meditate for an hour? Okay, I guess nobody. So that's good. 30 minutes is good. 30 minutes will be a great time to meditate. I know sometimes it takes a little bit longer for some people to get into the mindset. Melinda says 15 minutes. Beautiful. Yeah, if you get a really good meditation in, a really deep meditation, 15 minutes is all it takes. Yeah, Troy says 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, because you know what? That's doable. Right, guys? That's doable. So I don't mean to go off in a tangent about meditation, but I think it's a really important part of creating boundaries, because when you take time to meditate for yourself and give that 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes a day to empower you, you're going to find that you start creating boundaries for yourself. So start there in the morning, okay? All right. So Sarah says, I meditate for an hour and it's blissful. I put it on Facebook. Power Priestess says, used to meditate for an hour or more, split during the day. Okay, that makes sense. You can definitely split the hour for sure. Troy says, I feel like I am lucky if I meditate for more than 10 to 15 minutes. And so Jeannie, people now accuse me of being selfish since I put up firm boundaries at the start of this year. They still try to guilt and shame me on a regular basis. You know what, Ginny? That is going to happen because you know what? They're not used to you creating boundaries. So they're like, oh my God, who is this person? Right? But because you're doing that, you're probably feeling better. Of course, that guilt and shame comes in a little bit because it's stuck in your subconscious. And of course, they are portraying that energy towards you. They're like shooting it out at you, like, hey, Ginny, don't you feel guilty? Aren't you feeling shameful? Like, why are you doing this to us? Right? So, yeah, it's taking care of ourselves and creating boundaries. People see it as selfish. But I want you to know that you are just creating boundaries for yourself because you as an empath knows what you need for your body to have a certain vibration, a certain frequency, and a certain level of well-being, mental and physical. Right? So let's not forget that. So I am so proud of you. Right? And Ginny, I want you to be proud of yourself for doing that because it's not easy to create boundaries, right? It's not easy. And when you do, it's a whole different kind of energy. So let's go ahead and do a collective healing for codependency. Okay, so that everybody can receive. And then if you would like a one-on-one healing and reading with me, I'll do that. Just go ahead and put what your health problem is and let's work on that. Okay, because I guarantee you codependency has been in the mix of why that health problem is created. Okay, so let's go ahead and just close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice breath out. Hello, Christina. Hello, Stella. Thank you so much, honey. Hello, Tammy. So wonderful to see you guys. Feel the energies. Feel the energies of the guide team coming through because I work with a team of guides. And just feel their vibration and their light just coming through upon you. And everywhere that you have absorbed the emotions of others around you, where you feel responsible for other people. Let's clear, cancel, delete. This is only because there's a part of you that wants validation and approval from others, but you're costing, the cost of it is your own happiness. So let's just clear it. clear, cancel, delete, where you feel like your life revolves around taking care of others, clear, cancel, delete, where you sacrifice your own needs and desires to meet the demands of your loved ones, clear, cancel, delete, where you neglect your own hobbies, interests, self-care routine, clear, cancel, delete, where you feel guilty if you prioritize yourself, clear, cancel, delete, where relationships are blurred because of boundaries, where there are blurred boundaries between relationships. Let's clear, cancel, delete, where you're unsure of your own feelings, where they end, where they begin. Let's clear, cancel, delete, where you experience anxiety and a desire to fix everything, clear, cancel, delete, where you become exhausted from managing your own emotions and the emotions that you have perceived of others, clear, cancel, delete, where you rarely take time to reflect on your own feelings and experiences, clear, cancel, delete, where you have had these codependent tendencies from lifetimes, clear, cancel, delete. May you be shed. May you be embellished with beautiful frequencies of happiness, of desires, of recognizing your own needs, of taking advantage of what is in front of you that is all good. May you be aware of your own patterns and tendencies. May you take control of your light, your prana, your life force energy. And may you take control of your life. And so it is. All right. So, all right, Sarah, where you feel guilty about maybe not being able to do much with your children or grandchildren, and you feel a little guilty, you have to understand that because there's a part of you, you are a healer, right? We know that, Sarah. And there's a part of you that feels, sorry, there's a fly in front of my face. But there's a part of you that feels, again, that there's a belief that because they're your children and your grandchildren, that you always have to be there for them and you always have to be strong for them and you always have to do things for them. So what if they could do things for you? What if they're coming to do things for you? So let's clear any guilt around that you can't do something for them. And if they do decide to do something for you, because they're there to love you. Okay, so accept it, receive it. Hey, by the way, all of you empaths, you're having a hard time receiving. So let's clear that. That creates a huge sense of codependency because you're so afraid to receive. So Sarah, I want you to receive, okay? Pat says, what's behind the pain in the right arm, which is taking a long time to heal? So I'm not really sure where the pain is. I'm not sure if it's here, or if it's further up. Ugh. Excuse me, but something is clearing out for sure. So let's go ahead and start allowing prana to flow through your heart. Pat, something tells me there's something, you're hurt, something is stuck in your heart that you're not ready yet to let go. Okay, there's something that happened that you're not ready yet to let go. And so it's creating this pain in your right arm. So I'm going to open up the channels in the tips of your finger. And here's what I want you to do. Just go like this. Okay, let's release the energy. And anyone else who resonates with this, go ahead and do this and notice how you feel. Do it in both fingers, both hands, sorry. all the fingers, all 10 fingers, okay? We're just opening up the channels in your fingers, okay? And now go like this, okay? There is also a point right here. I want you to start rubbing right here. There's a major channel right here, but I want you to start rubbing right here, right in this space between this joint, okay? Right in your shoulder joint. So continue rubbing that, okay? And I'm just going to send some beautiful energy into that arm, into the heart space, okay? While you work on the arm. All that we hold on to in our hearts as empaths can be triggering. It can trigger pain, discomfort that will not heal, or you're having a hard time healing. And so I want you to really work on that heart, Pat. See what's coming up for you, and maybe you resonate with what I'm saying. This is like almost a 12-year-old energy around that time, 10 to 12 years. So I want you to really tap into that and see if that resonates with you, okay? But it is a heart energy. All right, my dear. Let's see. All right. So I'm just seeing some of the comments. Tammy says, one of the hardest things I've ever done in life is to slow down. I'm still uncertain about what I'm doing, but I'm working on myself. Congratulations, Tammy. I love it. I have slowed down too. It is very uncomfortable. It is very, very uncomfortable. When you start to slow down, you feel like you are not useful. You're not doing anything, and or the world is moving, but you're not. Right? You feel a little bit of guilt. You feel imposter syndrome. All of these things will come through. So let's clear that. Okay, Tammy? It's okay to slow down. It's okay. So let's clear that. And I want you to say that to yourself. It's okay to slow down. I am okay slowing down. Remind yourself that. Okay, so let's just clear that energy. A lot of times we feel like slowing down is the world's not doing that. Why are we? Right? And what gives us the permission to do that? So I want you to know that you give yourself the permission to slow down. You give yourself permission to heal. You give yourself the permission to feel happy. Yes, we have choices in our lives. Everybody does, but nobody else wants to slow down. And I'm so proud of you, Tammy, for taking that step. I know how hard it is. I know. I've been slowing down for the last 7 months, and it is a process for sure, right? It's an emotional process, but it's okay. It is okay, because let the world do what it's doing. If today's my last day here on this planet, hey, I did what was best for me. Okay? So, all right. So I'm just looking at some of Michelle. I would love a personal reading today. Physically experiencing heart pain and pain on the back of my neck, my occipital area. Oh, Michelle, that can hurt. It feels like you have somehow slept wrong, or you have used too much weight, like strained yourself. You have carried something. And if you haven't physically done it, you are carrying a lot of emotions, honey, to where it's coming up in the back of your neck into the occipital area, there are these little bones, and I'm just going to work through releasing that energy in those bones, okay? Okay, right there. I'm just, see if that's releasing for you. All the thoughts, feelings, and emotions, we're just clearing that. Let's heal the heart as we go into the heart space. And the pain that you're feeling there, that's coming up through the neck, okay? So there's certain meridians and channels that are coming up. Yeah, Troy says, I have similar neck pain in my C7 to C5 to C7. Yeah, it's a nerve. So I'm just releasing that nerve, and up in the occipitals, it goes all the way up. So we release that through energy healing, clearing the blocks that are coming from your heart space, my dear. Michelle, notice if you feel this. Tell me what you're feeling if you are feeling this. A lot of times, guys, maybe you don't know, maybe you're new to energy healing, but it doesn't matter that you are wherever you are, and I am in my space, because what happens is with energy healing, you can feel it anywhere. It does not matter. I connect with your body energetically because everything is energy, and because I understand that, I'm able to tap into yours with your permission, okay? So I'm just releasing that. Michelle, can you please share how you're doing and how you're feeling? And what I want you to do is I want you to really do some neck exercises to release that, because there is energy stuck in the C7 and I need more time. So if you want to do a private healing, let me know, okay? But what I want you to do is release by putting your neck this way and this way, and to the back. And then you want to take a little bit right here and bend your head just a little bit. Don't let it get too uncomfortable. And then the other side. Okay. So I want you to feel into what that feels like. I want you to tap into the emotion that you're holding on to there, because there's a massive emotion there that's coming up. And I could tell you what it is, but I'm guided to not tell you what it is. Okay? I want you to realize it, recognize it, and let it go yourself. Okay? All right, awesome. So I'm so happy that each and every one of you are here. I am very excited about, so last week we had a really awesome financial independence freedom for empaths. Okay, we had a awesome Facebook and a YouTube healing for that. So because you guys were so in tuned and wanted a financial ceremony, I have created a link for you to register to join the financial ceremony that we're going to be having. And this is going to be one amazing ceremony. It's myself and Dana DeAngelis, and we're going to guide you through releasing thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, limitations of finances. We're going to be doing mantras and chants, clearing and activating so many parts of your financial blocks, and the masters of prosperity, wealth, and abundance are going to be there. And those masters are Shiva, Lakshmi, and Ganesh. And there's one more master that might be showing up. But if you are interested, it's happening September 5th, right after the long weekend. And I want you to be there. There will be a replay for 11 days. But I want you to come to the blessings of this ceremony. It's going to be so crucial to your abundance line, wealth line, financial line, whatever you want to call it. And for those of you who have had a one-on-one session with me, it has been truly an amazing journey. And I thank you for allowing me to guide that powerful light. But that's that similar power, because we do in the one-on-ones, we do, what's unique to you. However, when it comes to the group, we're going to be doing a collective energy healing and ceremony that's going to help skyrocket your finances. Okay. Now, if you need the link, please put link in the comments right now. Okay, because I also put the link up in the chat. So I will also go ahead and put it right here at the bottom so that you can see the link. And let's see, here it is. All right, so it's anandaforlife.com/product/financial freedom ceremony. Okay. anandaforlife.com/product/financial freedom ceremony. So if you want to join us in this beautiful ceremony that's going to be happening on September 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern, I want to invite you so that you can have the healing that you need for your finances to thrive, okay? Nobody has ever done a ceremony. I've never seen anyone do many ceremonies for things like this. But in India, we are always doing ceremonies for abundance and wealth and prosperity and health. So I am very in tune with ceremonies. And so I invite each and every one of you to our financial freedom ceremony. I want to thank you all. If you need the link, please do put link and I'll comment. So please do not be shy. You can also email me at dipalshah@anandaforlife.com. But this is the link that you can use right here, guys. Okay. So I can't wait to see you guys at the financial freedom ceremony. And next week on Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Have a beautiful, blessed day. I am Dipal Shah, your medical intuitive and mind reprogramming coach. Thank you so much for being here.